Hi, Brian Lambert with Team Capital Partners. Thanks so much for checking out the assessment. Organizations are responsible for identifying goals and aligning their people to achieve those goals. That's easier said than done, especially in today's knowledge working environment. Perhaps the greatest example of how people have had to come together to achieve a goal was Apollo 13. This is perhaps the greatest achievement of any team in the history of mankind. The rocket was on its way to the moon, there was a catastrophe, and they had to work together to achieve the mission. In many ways, they broke the rules, or they thought outside the box, or they had to be creative and innovative in order to be successful. And that's a lot of the behaviors that leaders and managers are looking for in the groups of people that they're working with. But oftentimes that work and the work between and among people stumbles. Walls are built, execution suffers, there's a low quality of outputs, there's conflict, there's challenges with slow speed. All of these things can be a barrier to productivity. When you look at the statistics here, like 85% believe that the primary reason for their failed projects in the workplace is an overall lack of collaboration or communication from Salesforce, or 39% of employees believe that people in the organization don't collaborate enough. These are challenges that many people have, and that's why we built this assessment. When you look at how to get traction, especially in a complex, volatile, uncertain world, team leaders and managers of people need to be able to reframe the work of their people. They need to focus on productivity over activity, delegating the decision making to the lowest possible level, and focusing on external partnerships outside the immediate working group. They have to engage their people to get horizontal control across silos. For example, driving a customer experience requires so many different groups of people to work together horizontally, not vertically, as silos or the organizational chart would dictate. They have to activate teams of people who have different skills, different thoughts, different perspectives to work together, and they have to prioritize the work on behalf of those workers so that the workers don't end up prioritizing at the keyboard and providing subpar work because they just don't have the time. This visibility required to reframe and engage is difficult because a lot of the work happens in the hidden cracks between the functional silos and in the gray. So you have to walk in and tackle that reality. That reality is framed out by the cross-functional work, by the gray, by the conflicting priorities, and by the idea of what we're trying to achieve must be done together. In fact, a lot of organizations struggle with what are we trying to achieve at all. That means that there needs to be two-way learning loops between the people that are doing the job and what they're trying to achieve and the environment within which they're trying to achieve it, as well as active goal setting, not once a year or even once a quarter. In this case, oftentimes monthly, weekly, or daily. These challenges are important because great groups that work together, when they do work well together, they have a sense of urgency, they're able to cohesively drive the work, they're able to be authentic and transparent and provide visibility into their contribution. They're able to clarify expectations with each other and those that are working around them, set clear purpose and goals, encourage one another, and leverage their strengths to their fullest. These are the aspects that are found in the Team Capital Partners assessment on activating teams. We invite you to take the assessment, to have the discussion with your people, to compare and contrast how you think your organization is supporting teams, and more importantly, how the groups of people that are working together all perceive their contribution and the contribution of others so that you can have the conversations needed to improve productivity, engage in the gray, and overcome the challenges that get in the way of innovation. And like the African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I appreciate the time today to talk through this challenge. I invite you to take the assessment. Simply click on the button and provide the feedback, and then within 5 minutes, you'll get your report. You can also set up a time to talk through your report, and we're happy to debrief it with you. Look forward to seeing your results.